Students, myself Vijay Pratap Singh. Today we will start our topic production function. This is economics of class 11th. So now we have to start production function. But before starting this topic, first we have to listen and we have to also understand what is the meaning of production function. We studies behaviors of consumer to change in price of commodity. For example, demand side representing our buyer. As we are aware, the both producer and consumer. We know very well about the producer and consumer are needed to functioning of the market system. Therefore, after studying consumers behavior, we need to focus producer behavior. Behalf of that, we can able to know these things. So now we have to come on the topic production. So we have to start from introduction of production function. So now we are going to start introduction of production function. So listen carefully. A producer perform very important function of converting input into output. With the help of input, we have to convert it in an output. First we will take input, after that we are getting output. After that, which is defined as transformation of input into output. In single term, this is a called production. This is the called production. Once again, if you will think about it, what is the meaning of production? Then we have to think, suppose for example, you had opened your company, then first you have to purchase some raw material. It is the input. According to that, when your company will manufacture goods and after that you have to provide it out of company, means where you have to sell in the market. This is the output. With the help of these activities, we can say that one is called production. Once again listen. Introduction of production function. A producer perform very important performation function of converting input to output. Input to output. We are converting with the help of input to output, which is defined as the transformation of input to output. In single term, this is called production. This is a very small definition in front of you. What is the meaning of production? You can able to write it and make a note and learn. After that, we have to read what is the production function. So read. Production means any process that transforms one commodity into another. Production means we are converting or we are transforming one commodity to second commodity. The expansion of functional relationship between input and output is known as production function. So listen carefully once again. Production means process that transform one commodity into another commodity. This is a very important part. After that, the expansion of functional relationship between input and output is known as production function. Means what functional we are working inside between input to output, it is called production function. So this is the very important part of that. Behalf of that, we can able to know each and every transformation between that. With the help of that, we can know what is the difference between production and production function. In front of you, both lines are written, you have to write and make a note, because this difference is a very important part for your syllabus and your education. First we have to know what is the production and production function. So both are written in front of you. Behalf of that you can able to understood and you can able to make a note. The production, we can say the produce of commodity, a producer may use a fixed factor and variable factors. Okay, we studied these in the next section. Means down I have written classification of factors. In front of you I have written here classification of factors. Means how many types of factors we are going to read. In front of you I have written two factors. First one is a, and second one is here. First one is a fixed factor. First one is a fixed factor and second one is a variable factor. We are reading two types of factors here in classification. Okay. So first factor is a fixed factor and second one is a variable factor. So now we have to come on the first topic, fixed factors. These refers to those factors whose quantities cannot be changed. Cannot be changed in the short term. We have to listen once again. Fixed factor means these refers to those factors whose quantity cannot be changed in the short term. With the help of that we can able to explain which factor cannot be changed, which quantity in short run. That one is called fixed factor. Otherwise we can say also cost of fixed factors do not vary directly with output. For example, these do not change whether the level of output increases or decreases or become zero. This is the result of fixed factor. But now second one is given in front of you, variable factor. Then variable factor means these refers to those factors whose quantities can be changed in the short term. Listen once again. Variable factor, these refers to those factors whose quantities can be changed in short term. When we are working as a short term, this quantity will be changed. It's a difference between both. Listen once again. Here I have written cannot, here can be. This is the difference between both. Here it will not be changed, but here it will be changed into short run. Okay, this is the difference between both in the fixed factor and variable factor. It will be changed and second will not be changed. With the help of that we can able to explain cost of variable factor were directly without output. For example, these increases when output increases, okay, or decreases. When output decrease are zero, when these are not output, there is no output. That's why we have to think about it. There is a variable changes are coming in that. Once again listen. For example, these increases when output increases or decreases, when output decreases and or zero, when there is no output, we can able to say. But here is the output is coming, but here no output will come. This is the difference between both. But after that, our new topic is coming. First one is the time. Okay, time dimension. Now we are going to read time dimension. With the help of time dimension, how we can able to make these types of function relationship. There are 3 time periods of studying function relationship between output and input. We are reading 3 types of time dimension. It is showing relationship between input and output. First one is a very short period. Second one is a short period, and third one is a long period. According to that, we can able to learn they are the time dimension. Once again, definition: very short period. Very short period means this time period is too short. Then production. Production can be increased. For example, no factor is variable in the time period. The production function will be variable. According to that, we can say. And in the short term, in this time period, production can be increased. Only in increasing the variable factor, the fixed factor remain constant. This is the thing. And last one here, long period. When long period is coming in front of you, during the period of production can be increased by increasing the quantity of fixed factor both. With the help of that, we can able to explain it with the help of a small formula also. For example, Q equal to F. Q equal to F x1 minus x2. For example, it should be coming here in the question. Okay. Another one we can able to write here. Q equal to F x9. Okay. There is a difference between both. Here bar is given. Here no bar is given. And long term. Here Q equal to x minus x2. Okay, this is the difference between both, and this is the function of that. In half of that, we can able to know this is the time dimension. Now next topic is the production function. So next topic we are going to start production function. So now we have to read production function. I have told before that we are reading about the production function. What is the product and production function? Each and everything we had clear. Now we will read production function meaning. So we have to read what is the meaning of production function. We have to read with the help of that. So in front of you I have written meaning. Production function refers to functional relationship between input and output. So students, this is a very important part of your syllabus. Very important lines are written in front of you. You have to learn and make a note. Okay? See, production function refers to the functional relationship between input and output. This is the relation between input and output. Very simple language should be written on the board, and very easiest way we can able to learn. Production functions refers to the functional relationship between input and output. Within one line you can able to learn this is the meaning of production function. For various quantities of input used, it gives the maximum quantity of output that can be produced, means Q equal to F x1 x2. Okay, means with the help of that we can able to produce lot of goods and services, and when it will come out, it should be output. Once again listen, production functions refer to functional relationship between input and output for various quantities of input used, means a lot of various quantities of input we are using in the company. After that, it gives the maximum quantity of output that can be produced. With the help of that, we can able to explain you, means when we have to give input, after that you will get output. Our input will be inside various quantities. When we are going to give input in our business organization, it should be in the various quantities. After that, it will also provide you maximum quantity of output. This is the result. Behalf of that, we are getting quantity of production. Now we can able to know more about it. Production function. Between them we can able to read stability or establish functional or technical and mathematical relation between input and output. This is also important thing in the meaning. Once again listen, establishing. We are establishing some rule and regulations. Behalf of that we can say establishing. Yeah, we can able to establish functional or technical or mathematical relation between input and output. Otherwise, we can say another thing: specific and maximum output that can be produced with the given output. What we are providing input in the organization, in the production. After that, we can able to get more and more production behalf of that. Maximize. Another thing, it determined by state of technology or given span of time. Time is a short term also, long term also. According to that, we are getting our production. Now we will read about the types of production function. After that, we are going to start types of production function. Then we will read two types of production function. First one is given in front of you: short period run production function. Second one is given in front of you: long period run production function. So two types of functions we are going to read: short term and long term. So now one by one we have to read and we have to explain about it. Okay? So one by one we have to explain both one. So first we are going to explain short period. So listen, change in physical output of a good when one factor input is the variable and the other is a fixed, is known as the short production function. The law which obtained the short run is known as law of return to a factor. With the help of this factor, we can able to explain short period production function. Once again listen what we are going to explain inside the short period production function. Listen, short period production function, change in physically output of the good when one factor output is a variable and the other are fixed, is known as a short run production. Okay, this is the small definition of the short period and short production function. Now we will read second one after that. Second one is a long period run production function, and this is the formula. With the help of that we can able to explain. So now we will read what is the determination, what will come inside in the long period run productive function. So we have to read 3 lines between that. You have to make a note, download this video and pause it when we have to, if you want to read it, and slowly you have to run and read what I am explaining in these topics, because each and everything should not be possible to write on the board, because there is a limited area. After the addition, long period and run productive function. Change in physical output of the goods when all the factor input are variable and there is no difference between fixed and the variable factor. This phenomena is known as the long period productive function, and with the help of this formula we can able to explain. Once again listen, long period run productive function. Change in physical output of the good when all of the factors input are variable and there is no difference between the fixed and the variable factor. This phenomena is known as the long period of production function. The law which operates the long period known as the law of return to sale. With the help of this formula we can able to explain. Now this is the in front of you types of production function. 2 types I had told, short period and long period. According to that I had explained you. Now if you want to write it, you have to pause and slowly listen what I am explaining. You have to write it. After that come on the next topic, concept of production. Concept of production we will read, but in short run. So now in front of you I am going to start new topic, concept of production, okay, in short run. So in this we have to know the production functions refers, the production function reflects the relation between input and output. Here also we are getting relation between input and output. So listen once again. The production functions reflects the relation between input and output. What we are getting with the help of that? We are getting reflection, matlab means we are getting result at the input and output. Behalf of that concept of production is also working. Okay, the production function reflects the relation between input and output. What I have written in front of you on the board is a very small definition. It is a very important short note for you. You can able to get 100% mark with the help of this much explanation. Okay, you have to learn and explain it with the help of this explanation what we are giving you with the help of this lecture. So you have to learn, listen carefully and understood it well. With the help of that you can able to achieve your target. So now concept of production we are going to read. In front of you I have read 3 types of concepts. 3 concepts I have written in front of you. First one is a total production or total physical production. Total product or total physical product. We can able to write it TP. Total product, TPP, total physical product. Short name also I have written in front of you. With the help of that you can able to know this is the short name. And there is a formula TP equal to E sigma mp. According to that you have to calculate. But now listen one by one explanation also. Total product of or total physical product. What we are getting inside? Total product or total TP refers the total output of the commodity. What it should be referring? It is referring total output of the commodity at a particular level of variable factors. When combined with the fixed factor, in simple words we can say it is the total quantity of good produced by the firm during the given period of the time with the help of given input. With the help of that we can say what we had got time, according to time how much production we had given, it should be calculated with the help of total product. Clear? This is the formula in front of you. After that second one is a given average product or average physical product. Average product or average physical product, and shortly I have written in front of you AP means average product, APP means average physical product. And what we are getting inside? Average product or AP is defined as the output product per unit of variable inputs. It is obtained by dividing the total product by the quantity of variable factors. With the help of dividing variable factors, we are getting this one, average product. Once again listen the definition of that. Average product or AP is defined as the output product per unit of variable input. It is obtained by dividing total product by the quantity of variable factors. Behalf of that we can able to get this average product. In every questions when you are calculating average you are going to divide. Sum of total you are going to divide. Okay. Same process you have to follow here also. You will get average product. Now last one is given in front of you. Marginal product MP. Third one given in front of you is a marginal product MP. MP equal to TP minus PP. TPN minus TPN minus 1, or we can able to write it MP equal to delta TP by x1. Delta x1. But now we have to listen what is the coming inside and what is the definition we can able to refer. So now listen, marginal product MP, it is defined as a change in total product or output per unit change in the variable input while keeping the other inputs factor fixed. With the help of that we can able to know marginal product. Once again listen, it is defined change in total product or output per unit of change in the variable input while keep the other input factors fixed. This is the small definition in front of you. Otherwise you can able to write one more line very shortly. It is the change of total product due to application. Once again listen, it is a change of total product due to application of one more or one less unit is a variable factor. With the help of that we can able to calculate marginal product. So dear students, in front of you I had completed this topic concept of production. Now listen once again. This is the topic production function and this is the meaning of production function. Meaning are written in front of you. Production function refers to functional relationship between input and output. For various quantities of input used, it gives the maximum quantity of output that can be produced. Okay. After that, type of production we had learned. Two types of production: short period and long period. After that, next one, concept of production also we had completed. How many types are coming inside? The production function reflects the relation between input and output. We had got it. After that, concept of production we had learned. Three concept of production is here. First one, total product or total physical product. Second, average product or average physical product. Third one, marginal product. So these are the topics I had completed and with the help of this lecture. So now dear students, you have to learn, make a note. If you have liked this video, give a comment, subscribe and share it to your friends also. So now you have to make a note. Thank you all for listening this lecture. Thank you.